Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and I appreciate you joining me here on my YouTube channel. This is going to be the first of many series where I'm going to start doing a month ahead look at the astrology and pull a tarot month ahead reading for each of the 12 zodiac signs. So I'm really looking forward to this. So in October of 2021, we are going to have Mercury Retrograde September 27th through October 18th. And so Mercury will go direct on October 18th in Libra. We'll have a new moon in Libra on October 4th. Pluto will turn direct at 24 degrees in Capricorn also on October 4th. Saturn turns direct at 6 degrees of Aquarius on October 10th. We'll have a full moon at 27 degrees in Aries on October 20th. And Mars will enter Scorpio, its ruling planet, on October 30th. So I'm really excited to get into it. So please take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs for the month ahead. Okay, I'll see you then. Hi Cancer, thank you for joining me on Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and I appreciate you joining me here on my YouTube channel. We are beginning a new segment on Scorpio Soul Time where we do a month ahead. We will be taking a look at October of 2021, trying to get a better understanding of what important astrology dates are ahead. If you looked at the very beginning of this video, it pointed out the important dates that are coming up in October. And I think this will also be helpful as you go through the month to be able to look back at not only what's going on with the astrology, but how the tarot lines up with that astrology for your sign. So let's get into it. We're going to pull a month reading where we're going to do 2 cards per week, and I just want to go over a few of the important dates. The Mercury in retrograde is from September 27th and ends on October 18th. On the 18th of October, Mercury will go direct in Libra. There is a new moon in Libra on October 4th. Pluto turns direct at 24 degrees of Capricorn on October 4th. Saturn turns direct at 6 degrees of Aquarius on October 10th. And then there is a full moon in Aries on October 20th. And Mars enters Scorpio on October 30th. So just kind of keep those dates in mind as we go through the month. And like I said, as you go through the month, check back with your video. Also look at your moon, sun, and your rising sign videos. Okay, so it looks like the first week of October, you have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So you must be moving away from something, or maybe thinking about moving away from something. And you got the Death card. Very interesting that the Death cards comes up at the beginning of your reading, and then Mars enters Scorpio at the end of the month. So some themes might be coming up for you. And since this is for you Cancerians, this is another water sign, Scorpio, so you might have some ties with that as well. The second week of October, you have the 8 of Wands in reverse, as well as the Knight of Cups in reverse. And so far, everything is in reverse. So you could be kind of coming out of that Mercury retrograde time, because this is almost like there's some stagnation or something hasn't really like picked up speed yet. Third week, see, there you go. So the Star card is upright that third week of October, and Mercury goes direct on October 18th. So you can see already that as the month goes through, you're going to start getting a little lighter and a little more from this kind of heavier information, if you will. King of Cups in reverse on that third week. And then the fourth week, we have the 2 of Pentacles. We've been getting the 2 of Pentacles almost in every reading at the end of the month, which I think is really makes sense with that full moon in Aries on the 20th and then Mars in Scorpio on the 30th. There is like some energy of like some type of resources, options, And then we have the 9 of Swords at the end of the month. So that makes sense too with that Mars entering Scorpio on the 30th. Okay, you all. So let's get into the month here. So we have the first week, we have the 9. We actually have the 6. The 6, you're reading upside down. I have the 6 of Swords in reverse, and I also have the Death card. With this 6 of Swords, you were thinking about moving away from something, but maybe you haven't fully yet. And with this Death card, the Death card is the number 13 major arcana card for Scorpio. So to me, this is symbolizing like there's something that you've needed to move away from, but maybe you haven't yet, or you're working on moving away from it. Possibly at the end of the month, this theme could reoccur because we have the 6 of Swords in reverse here, and then we have the 9 of Swords here. So it's almost like you're kind of working through some kind of cycle. Scorpio is all about death and rebirth, the rising of the phoenix. So there is definitely some kind of correlation between the first week of October and this last week of October, because with this 9 of Swords, it's almost like you've been worrying about maybe moving away, or this could be physically, but with these swords, I'm thinking it's more of a mental moving away from something that you just haven't been able to yet. So let's see how the rest of the month looks. Moving into the second week of October, we have the 8 of Wands and we have the Knight of Cups. This 8 of Wands usually has to do with information, lots going on. Wands are like passion projects or just like a lot of fire energy. With this Knight of Cups, it's almost like there's information that is around emotions, themes around maybe someone bringing you an offering of some sort. But with these both in reverse, it's almost like it hasn't even occurred yet, or it's happening, but it's happening a lot slower than you were either wanting or anticipating. And with it coming off of that first week, remember when we get to the middle of October, we're now in that Saturn turning direct on October 10th, and Pluto turned direct in Capricorn on the 4th. So it's kind of like maybe this is energy around those planets now moving forward, especially with Pluto. That could be this death card on October 4th. That definitely could be Pluto, because Pluto is one of Scorpio's ruling planets. And then here with the Knight of Cups, that second week, this also could be some Saturn now moving forward with that forward energy. So I'm a little hesitant with you all in terms of October, because it seems like there's kind of like an energy of like things that you're still trying to work through, cycles kind of like taking their time to play out. So just remember, by the time we get to that third week with the star, this is really positive, because I feel like by the time you get to that third week when Mercury is going direct in Libra, which is an air sign, you also get this Aquarius or the star number 17 major arcana card. So I feel more hopeful. I feel better about this energy than I did in the beginning of the month. I think the first 2 weeks are going to be a little stressful, but I do think that with the star card and the King of Cups in reverse, there is this kind of like with the King and the Knight of Cups, maybe there's some kind of emotional turmoil that you're kind of working through, but maybe you're going to start getting a little bit of clarity with that Mercury now going direct the 18th. Also, I want to say that that full moon in Aries that happens on the 20th, you might get some enlightenment around that full moon that will kind of help you see clarity from that first few weeks of the month. So even though the first few weeks start off a little stressful, I think that it's going to start clearing up. But now at the fourth week, when we move into that Mars entering Scorpio, there is kind of like this, you're kind of wondering about your finances, or there's themes about your resources coming up, and there might be options that might present themselves, but you still seem like you're kind of like stuck in like almost like you're thinking about what happened in the beginning of the month, and you're having issues kind of letting go from that. And hopefully if you are a Cancerian, this is like resonating with you and you're understanding what that theme is that you are having problems working through. But I do think that this is positive once you kind of get to this third and fourth week, and once those planets start going direct, I think you'll have a little less of this stagnation that you all had. But let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you. I look forward to seeing you all in November, and I appreciate you joining me here on Scorpio Soul Time. Bye, Cancers.